Hey guys, welcome back to Those Amateur Car Guys. Here with a special guest, Carson's back, and today we are talking about gas, diesel, and electric powered vehicles. So which type of propulsion is the best? What engine is the best? I'm going to take the side of your classic gas engine.
I'm going to be doing electric.
And I'm going to be covering diesel.
So,
Just to start off, I would like to say that overall, like, not the starting cost. I understand that electric cars have a higher starting price, like an initial cost to actually get the car. But in the long run, it is cheaper to maintain and run. Both to keep at home, charge at home, or possibly charge at work. And that it's cheaper to run over time, like actually when you're driving.
why is that?
Why isn't that? Because when you're driving an electric car, first of all, you're not burning fuel.
That's true.
Second of all,
What about your hydro bill?
hydro is a lot cheaper than gas.
Not in today's economy.
Depends on where you live, because southwestern Ontario here, it's not good.
If you're talking about fuel efficiency, the diesel's got the best fuel efficiency as far as burning is concerned. It's extremely effective, has about a 50% heat efficiency, and generally a lot easier to run. Can deliver a lot more torque. There's no spark plug or distributor, so you're not looking at ignition tune-ups regularly.
That's true. However, if one of your glow plugs goes on a diesel engine, you're gonna have a harder time replacing them or finding replacements. You're gonna have to go to your like a local store, and you're gonna pay the price for them that are roughly they're a little bit more than actually paying for spark plugs.
Yeah, but the higher efficiency of the diesel allows it to run longer with less of... I'm sorry. Forgive me. You got a higher engine lifetime, and
What's my line again?
well, the resale value of the diesel engine vehicles is a lot higher.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one actually, because if you get like a diesel powered Volkswagen, you can rack up the kilometers on that. You can run those if you take care of them. You can get like 60,000 kilometers plus out of them, easy.
Easy.
And so if you're at 300,000 kilometers, you want to upgrade a car, you can still sell that for a decent amount of money. If I have a gas powered car and I have 300,000 kilometers on it, it's basically reached the peak of its life. Like, it's just going to go downhill from there. So I agree with you on that one.
A lot of the time when you're buying a diesel engine too, in order to add an extra incentive, a lot of the time the distributors will add in a lot of additional features that you would pay extra for a car. They're normally included because the diesels also have a slightly higher premium cost to purchase the vehicle in the first place.
Talking about things that actually come with the car, you are not paying for specific things that you are paying for, but what I'm paying for will actually keep me safe on the road. Electric cars are a lot safer than gas and diesel powered cars. There are things built in within electric cars like laneway, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like lane assist?
Lane assist. That's what I was thinking about. Lane assist and rear view cameras and all those kinds of things that'll actually keep you safe on the road.
Now, I'm gonna interrupt you on that one. I drove a car. I was doing a review for Finch Hyundai in London. They were letting me drive one of the new Genesis that they had out, and it has lane assist in it. And basically, once you're on the highway, you can click a button and it registers the car in front of you. If it slows down, the car will slow down. If the car in front of you stops, your car will slow down. If it speeds up, your car will speed up, and it keeps you in between the lanes. So why would I spend the extra money on something like a Tesla Model X or something like that when I can spend $50,000, $60,000 maximum for like a Hyundai Genesis?
What was the car that you drove from Finch?
It was a Genesis. It's no longer called Hyundai Genesis because Genesis is splitting off into their own company.
With your Genesis, when you go and you have lane assist, can you actually take your hands off the wheel?
Yes. I tested that out. I jerked the wheel sideways a little bit. I let go, and when it registered, it was getting closer to the side of the lane. It corrected itself. It was actually really cool. It threw me off a little bit because I'd never seen that before, but it was really cool.
Yeah, but if you're becoming reliant on things like that, if there's any sort of failure on the electronics side, you're going to be dead in the water because you'll not have the same reaction time because you'll grow more complacent.
So with your gas-powered cars,
Yeah.
and the Genesis is a gas-powered car, but the electric component of it is the lane assist, is the rear-view camera, is the things that'll keep you safe on the road. So if you were to purchase a full electric car, it would just amplify the safety on the road.
I mean, you're gonna have more problems with the electric car because you have all those features. Like, yes, I can go out and buy a gas-powered car that has those features, but what if I just go out, I buy a 1969 Dodge Charger, a big block V8. That's it.
It's screwing up the environment. Look at it. An electric car, when it's not burning fossil fuels, it doesn't take up gas, it doesn't put CO2 in the environment.
Yes, but the thing is, something goes wrong with this. I pop the hood on it, I fix it myself. It's easy. Your electric car goes. You're driving a Tesla. Tesla, you give your car back to Tesla, and they have to fix it or they replace it. You're out that time that you've had that car with, like that you don't have a car because they're fixing your car.
Additionally, you've got a lot of difficulty finding a proper charging port. Like, say you're on the highway for an extended period of time, you won't necessarily have the luxury of just stopping off and picking up gas because you have to take the time to go out and charge your vehicle.
Like, I know here on the 401, like the 400 series highways in southwestern Ontario, you're not going to be able to stop at one of the service centers and just, there you go, I've plugged in my car, without going through a hassle of asking them for, like, I don't know, an extension cord to plug your car in. I go up to the pump, I'm there for 60 seconds, the thing's done, I swipe my card on the thing, I'm gone, and I'm driving again. You're still walking around inside Taco Bell trying to get an extension cord.
Okay, well, I'm looking for an extension cord, but when I find one, I'm not paying for gas.
No, but you are sitting there in the service center for 2 hours while your car charges.
That is true. That is true. But moving into the future, we are looking to save.
I thought that was on me.
It's your mom.
It's.
Okay, I remember where I was.
Okay, sorry about that.
Sorry about the little.
My phone went off.
Yeah.
It was for him. We had to answer it. So anyway, I've already driven off, and while you were talking on the phone, you're charging your car. You still have an hour and a half to wait.
Yes. But we do live in. I know we live in a time where electric cars are just starting up. Like, good electric cars are just coming out. There will be more charging ports later on.
Yeah, but that's going to take a long time to get implemented. Like, say you're going off-roading, you're out in the dirt country, you're going to need...
Well, first off, you won't even be able to go off-roading. You're in a Tesla, alright? It's going to look at dirt, you're going to go drive onto the dirt, and its lane assist is going to back up and drive the opposite direction. And we're out having fun.
Okay, now we're just talking about the pros and cons of having the engine. Can we actually talk about performance?
Yes.
Well, if you want to talk about performance, you've got the highest torque delivery per RPMs of the three in the diesel engine.
Yes, but you're going to be chucking black smoke out the side.
Not anymore, actually. A lot of the diesel engines now are being made so that they're less noisy and less of this smoke chunking behemoth that has the classic stigma of the diesel engine. A lot of the newer diesel trucks, they're like indistinguishable from the other cars, and the fuel here in Canada is much cheaper.
Talking about lower sound, obviously electric cars have the best, not rating, but like the best quality when it comes to quiet and comfortable driving. And along with that, if we were to bring up an example, let's say I said it in a previous video, the Rimac Concept 1.
Yeah.
It has a turbo for each one of its tires. It gets instant grip, instant torque. It will easily take a Lamborghini in a race.
But where
Straight line.
where are the tells? Like if you've got an engine that's like has a loud, noticeable sound,
Yeah,
you can tell if something's starting to go wrong. Whereas if you've got an electric vehicle and
Yeah, you're gonna be humming along. You're like, everything is fine, and there's warning lights going off in the dash. They're quiet, right? And everything's quiet, and the car's falling apart around you. You're like, yeah, everything's fine. I blow a piston on this thing. You're gonna know. It's gonna go flying out your hood.
Okay, well,
So how do you know when your car is going wrong until
The
a
car
warning
will-
light that
the-
comes
the-
on
the
says
car
your
will
battery's
tell me.
dead, and then you're spending
The car-
$32,000 to get a replacement battery
Yeah.
on that?
also a simple wiring issue could have your lights not coming up on the dash, and larger problems could go unnoticed and untreated for a longer period of time.
okay, granted, there are problems with having an electric car. When a problem does
Well, I mean,
come up,
there's problems with anything.
it is less noticeable, yeah, but there are problems that can pop up with gas and diesel cars as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying, one of your electric motors goes. That's a lot of tens of thousands of dollars that you're getting that replaced. If I'm driving, like I said, like 1969 Dodge Charger, something goes wrong with that. Let's say I blow the entire engine. I'm an idiot and the entire engine is useless. $2,000 or less. Maybe at an auto wreckers. I drop another big block Hemi V8 in that. I'm good to go. It's like nothing on maintenance, and that's the same for diesel as well.
Right.
And when I'm lining up for a drag race or something like that, no matter where I am, whether it's a street race or a drag race, you're just gonna be sitting there. You're gonna be like, yeah, and it's just gonna be quiet. You're not gonna be doing anything. It's not gonna be fun. You're just sitting there and you're like, all right, and I'm gonna have instant torque and I'm gonna win this race, but it's quiet. I'm sitting there in a nice big block V8. I'm revving the crap out of it. It's loud. It's amazing. It's drawing attention.
Granted, yes, I do love. I had an argument that the quieter cars would be more comfortable, but with a big block V8, and I do love the sound that comes out of it.
But you're
Granted.
chewing through gas.
You are chewing through
That
gas.
is, yeah.
And
With a Hemi, it idles and you can watch the gas gauge go down.
Yeah. Also, with electric cars, every once in a while, with diesel and gas-powered cars, you guys have to get oil changes. I don't have to get oil changes.
That is another weakness about the diesel engines. Is most diesel engines run off a more expensive synthetic oil that's a lot more difficult to find. It's a huge drawback.
Yeah, and it depends on the gas type of vehicle that you're using. If you're using turbocharged inline 4 tuner car, you're going to be running high synthetic oil. You're going to be running premium gas on that. But if you're running like an older engine, like whether it be a V6 or a V8, small block, big block,
You
doesn't
can
matter.
throw, like,
The older ones, you can throw basically any oil filter on it, any oil in it, and it just eats it. It loves it. It's fine.
so, are we going to come to a conclusion on which one's the best, or are we going to let them decide?
Well, if you're gonna go for hauling, off-roading in any larger vehicle, diesel will take the day at any time.
If you like muscle cars or tuner cars or anything like that, you want to strap turbos or superchargers on your engines. You like the sound, you like the tunability of it. Gas engine is going to be your way to go.
And I think we can say if you want a comfortable, smooth ride with the most comfort possible, we can go for an electric engine.
Yeah,
So it all boils down to personal preference and what you're generally using the vehicle for.
that's very true.
Pretty much.
If we missed anything, or you want to put your input in on where you stand on any of these topics, leave a comment in the comment section. Other than that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.